Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jananandana. Yashodanandana Braja Jananandana. Yamuna Tera Bhanuchari. Yamuna Tera Bhanuchari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihara. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Sodanandana Braja Jananandana. Yashodanandana Braja Jananandana. Yamuna Tera Bhanuchari. Yamuna Tera Bhanuchari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jananandana. Yashodanandana Braja Jananandana. Yamuna Tera Bhanuchari. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhavati Radhe. Radha Madhava Mohan Radha Madhava Mohan Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Chamasundara Radha Chamasundara Sri Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranikai 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 Jaya Gauranikai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj Guru Maharaj. Jaya Guru Maharaj. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Prabhupada Shasai. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaura Bhani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pasmajate Sutarne Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyanam Gyana Salakaya Chakshuru Militam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadama Dalati Swapadam Pitam Vandeham Shri Guru Sijata Padakamalam Shri Guru Shabhamsya Sirupam Sagrajatam Sagaram Sadvaitam Sarvadhutam Parijana Saitam Sachetam Devam Siddhartha Krishna Padam Saranam Sripi Sarvam Vipansya Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopes Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sudevi Pranamam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Vipashindu Vyaricha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashati Gauravakamanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Premamanjari Mataji, your hand is raised. You want to say something? Hare Krishna. I don't know why my. Anyway, You can hear me clearly, right? All right. Okay. Just some. I don't know why it is not clear for me to hear. Nevertheless, uh, once again, would like to thank the devotees, the God siblings, for attending this meeting. Many devotees from UK, North America, Mauritius, UAE, and also here in India. I did not post for the disciples here in India because I'm sure they're more busy than you are. Mm. I was asked to give the discussion here about how uh, how is it that the taking vow is important and how to maintain them in Krishna consciousness. Why is it that the vow matters a lot? It's what you call brata, or they also, before they start doing or embarking a very important, let's say, project or venture or a big decision, they will take what you call sankalpa. Sankalpa. It's like now Kartik time. It's happening. Another what 2 3 days more, and so devotees all over the world, especially the followers of our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, he emphasized this Kartik. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, many scriptures says that this is one of the most important limbs in Bhakti, limbs or angas. That means if one sincerely follow Kartik Mas or the month of Damodar, then one can benefit immensely. Um, and this is like for one month in a year. This is the most important, if not, it is one of the most important months in a year, except also there's another month which the devotees now they are also observing. We're observing next year. It's a leap month. It's called Purushottam month. However, we're used to do this now since I joined 41 years ago. Now we're doing this month, Damodar, whereby we celebrate it as the month of Srimati Radharani, Urja Vrat, Urjeswari. That's another name for Urjeswari, yes, another name for Srimati Radharani. This month is very dear to Srimati Radharani, and because if one performs certain vows or certain tapasya to please Lord Krishna, Srimati Radharani is also pleased. Uh, so in Bhakti, in the process of executing devotional service, we use our senses, our mind, our intelligence, our words, our actions, everything for pleasing Lord Krishna. Um, this Sankalpa, especially in the month of Kartik, we want to dedicate this to please Krishna. Whatever is favorable for Lord Krishna, that we should do, and whatever it is unfavorable, we should avoid. Mm. And as Prabhupada says, in the month of Kartik, there's like a special sale of mercy. And Guru Maharaj says also, Kartik means mercy flow. It's a flow of mercy. It's like, in the market, wherever you go, the whole year there is like sale, 10% off, 20% off, sometimes 50% off. But then there's a small caption in the bottom that, only some items. But but in Kartik, it's like almost 100% off. That means it's free, almost free, provided that one has to be simple, one has to be consistent, and one should not have any self agenda. This is very important. Simple in a sense that actually this month of Kartik is like everything that we do daily has to be increased. It's like, we chant 16 rounds minimum. So similarly, we have, in order for us, the main purpose is to increase our love for Lord Krishna. We're doing this. We try to increase our love also towards our spiritual master. Is go side by side, as we were reading the other day in Vrindavan on the morning meditation. Uh, is that Guru and Krishna, they're like two parallel lines in the railroad track. So to go back home, back to Godhead, side by side, we have to follow the instructions from Lord Krishna and the spiritual master. So there are different levels of one's taking vows. Um, and this is the most important is that to not to reveal your vow, because sometimes one will say yes, yes, and this is what I'm going to do. Um, because your austerity should be personal, is only between you and Krishna. Like if you do, let's say, Govardhan Parikrama, you don't have to announce to the whole world that you did Govardhan Parikrama, something like that. Or you do some special things in the month of Kartik. Things that you, let's say, you like sweets, just for example, maybe that you can give up not eating, eating mitai or sweets in the month of this is not a self like a punishment, but this is like an offering. Whatever you will do is like an offering to Lord Krishna. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna praises this being determined, dridha prata. Yes, having a firm vow, especially to constantly glorify Lord Krishna, says in the Bhagavad Gita. So by doing this, we purify ourselves. And even a little bit of service in the month of Kartik, which we will describe later on, uh, the benefit is so immense that it will wipe away to the root the sinful reactions that we committed many lifetimes, many lifetimes. So Rupa Goswami says that in order to be successful, there are six principles in the Nectar of Instruction. Utsaha Nishtaya Dharya Tat Karma Pravartana. Sangha Chaga Sato Brite. So Nischaya means determination. It is there. We should be steady in our engagement, pravartana, so that we'll become successful in bhakti. This is the third verse of the Nectar of Instruction. And Krishna also tells in the Bhagavad Gita, the text 41, Bhyam Visayatmika Buddhi Eka Purunandana. And when Prabhupada read the purport of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, with having this, one should have this firm determination, then this actually uh, gave inspiration to Srila Prabhupada to fulfill that instruction of his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, to go to the West. Yes. So we have to do what we are already doing, but again, it should be increasing. Uh, so yes, especially in the month of Damodar, like waking up early in the morning, everybody's doing that. I hope so. I'm sure you all get up early in the morning, taking bath. Yeah, it says that if one takes bath, especially in any body of water, that is considered as a very taking, just like taking bath in a holy place. Um, it is recommended, especially in our line Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition in Hari Bhakti Vilas, written by Srila Gopal Bhatt Goswami, and given the Tika or explanation more of Srila Sanatana Goswami from the Padma Purana. Uh, they all mention how one should be strictly following this month of Kartik. It's like, yes, especially the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra or recitation of the Srimad Bhagavatam. We should set a certain quota. Let's say we chant minimum 16 rounds. Maybe we can add 4 more rounds. or 8 more rounds, or double, 16 more rounds, like 32 rounds, or especially reading the scriptures very, very important, like Srimad Bhagavatam or Nectar of Devotion. We can set a quota, let's say half an hour or even 15 minutes. We don't have much time, or half an hour. So there are like degrees of taking vows, but we should try to maintain it for the rest of the whole month of Kartik. And Prabhupada says ultimately this month of Kartik is especially for those who are new practitioners, so that it will inspire them to continue on even after the month of Kartik, to continue the practice of bhakti. Yeah, I know many devotees, they do programs, home programs. They go to different um, members, congregation members, and they will do Damodar. They will recite Damodar Astakam. Yes, this is another one. Offering of lamp in the month of Kartik is most auspicious. In Vrindavan, some devotees, they do with that ghee wick, or with the thread, or rope, small thread, and it's soaked in, what's that, sesame seed oil? Yes. But others, what they will do, they will offer uh, tulsi stick with cotton on the tip, and then they will dip them also in ghee. It says that if you offer lamb using tulsi stick with cotton in the end, then the result of that is like 1,000 lamps you are offering. So you can do that as well, especially um, offer them to the Damodar form. Damodara. Damodara, that means rope, bind, being bound. Lord Krishna is bound by the rope of Mother Yasoda. The symbolizing, or the symbol of this is that who can bind Lord Krishna? Even though Lord Krishna has this black thread around his waist. In India, it is the custom that the children, they're putting this black thread around the waist. They will have some mantras infused in the thread for the baby's protection. Usually, the babies, they have them. Yes, Lord Krishna also is having this, but then Mother Yasoda, in order to teach Lord Krishna a lesson, so that he will grow up not to be very naughty, when he broke the pots of yogurt. Hmm. Mother Yasoda, she doesn't want Krishna to continue to be like this, because it is not good for him. So she wanted to tie Lord Krishna with the rope, bind him in a wooden grinding mortar. So if you go to Gokul, it says that the wooden grinding mortar is still there. Now they enclose it before we can touch the wooden grinding mortar. It is very heavy. Actually, it's made of stone, but because there's a wood inside where you can um, have this a wooden rod to mash, or to use for making some spices and so on. So now they enclose that now. They symbolize that it's always two fingers too short. Two fingers too short. That one finger is the endeavor of the jiva, And the other finger is the Kripa, Krishna Kripa, the mercy of Lord Krishna, that he can only be bound by the love of his devotee. And as we were reading the other day, it doesn't matter how much you study the Vedas, doesn't matter how much austerity you perform, doesn't matter how you be able to do your duty properly. Krishna is not easily available. Krishna will only give himself according to his own sweet will. Yes. So, yes, um, Ekadasis, especially in the month of Kartik, very, very powerful. If you can stay all night long, all night vigil, yes, that is very good as well. Um, well, all night long, being not that you're doing anything else, but you should be engaged in hearing and chanting. More of increasing again the Shravanam, Kirtanam, uh, fasting. There are two Ekadasis in month of Kartik. I remember we took the vow of sannyas, 213. That's the I believe this is a disappearance day also of Gorkishore Das Babaji Maharaj, that last Ekadasi. And I remember Guru Maharaj, he will also observe the last 5 days of Kartik, the Bhishma Panchaka Vrat. Hmm, very difficult to do, but he will do it. No grains, no beans, no lentils, like more of an Ekadasi. Only roots and fruits. He would do it. I've seen and observed Guru Maharaj, he did that many times in Vrindavan. And month of Kartik, we're very fortunate in Vrindavan because when Guru Maharaj was still around, he would spend most of the days or the whole month in Vrindavan. He always say, "Oh, yes, especially we observe many festivals in Vrindavan during Kartik, like Diwali. That's the day when the Damodarastakam or Damodar Lila happened 5,000 years ago, Diwali. Then it will be followed in a few days by Prabhupada's or Govardhan Puja also. Yes, and then Prabhupada's disappearance day, and Gopastami. So yes, we should see it in such a way that we have to be fixed. There is a small formula here, very, very appropriate. It's called smart bhakti. Make them smart bhakti, our vows. S for specific, M for measurable. Yes, have a specific vow, but it should be measurable. It should be according to our means. We should not take a vow that is so extreme that is very difficult to maintain. We should take a vow, let's say, something which is reasonable, should be measurable. For specific, M for measurable, R for realistic. Should be realistic, achievable, measurable or achievable, realistic, and is yes, the whole month. The whole month. You can take a vow also for like say 15 days, or others are good ones you would do for 5 days in Vishnu Panchaka, but the whole month you will also observe certain vow. Yes, smart, time bound, time bound, time bound. Um, Ultimately, yes, this is one of a good vow to do, not to criticize or blaspheme any devotee, not to do any prajalpa, Or some devotees, they will take a vow of no social media for the whole month. Now that is very difficult to do, isn't it? Especially if one is used to scrolling the cell phone very often. No Facebook. Well, WhatsApp we have to do um, in order to communicate. But others, no Instagram, no nothing like this that will distract us from having our vow to be not able to follow. So yes, it says here, yes. Also, this is one good vow that if you are having some difficulty with some devotees, you can take a vow that I want to make it up with him or with her. Like if there is some any misunderstanding with some devotees, then I would like to reconcile. I want to make sure that I will have good relationship with everyone. And this is another good vow. One can have also a simple diet. That means no, not much masala, not much spicy. It says that also if you there is a certain I don't have the list with me now. A certain food that if one avoids, then there's a good result. Ah, it's like if you don't eat chili or achar, then your voice will be like a gandharva. You will be like having a very sweet voice. Um, Association is very important also. Choose the right association during the month of Kartik. And one may take a vow also, especially the Grihastas. Of course, this is one of the instructions of our Guru Maharaj to come to the temple at least once a week and do some service for the lordships. So one can take a vow, maybe I can go twice a week if it is feasible, if it's possible. Um, Try to finish one's rounds before breakfast or even before lunch, or or else I will fast the whole day. That's very difficult. Um, so yes, um, we should do this as much as possible because it will increase ultimately our love towards our spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada and the Parampara. Yes, rise early in the morning. That means sleep before 10 o'clock. For others, that'll be very difficult because they're used to sleeping late. But if you can sleep early, rise early, and do your sadhana very, very strictly, then one can very, very um, be happy, be blissful. And because again, we're doing this every day, we just need to increase of what we're doing already. And for the others, the newcomers, they may chant like 4 rounds, they're only chanting 1 round, or 8 rounds, or even 16 rounds. Extra Sravana and Kirtanam. One can take a vow also that after sunset, no more digital technology. That is a good one also. No more screens uh, after I offer the evening lamp. Oh yes, you can offer either in the morning the lamp or in the evening. There's no hard and fast rule here. If you're not able to do it at night because of some other duties, then you can do it in the morning hours as well. One can take a vow also, family-wise, collectively. One can sit down together and read from Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita and also chant. the Damodarastakam prayers, and everyone offers lamp towards Damodar, Yasoda Damodar. That you can do that as well. Um, so it is good also to memorize these Damodarastakam prayers and chant with feelings, with love. I've read one of the Tika of Srila Sanatan Goswami to this, that it is not only during the month of Damodar that we meditate on Lord Damodar, the pastimes of Damodar. We should also meditate on this 365 days in the year. Hmm. This is very, very important. One can also take a vow of distributing books. This is very dear to our Guru Maharaj to preach. Always carry books with you, and if you can approach a person, even one person in the whole, in one day, that will be considered as a success as well. Um, if you can introduce Krishna, and also you can invite a newcomer to come to the mandir, um, even at least one in the whole week, that is also considered to be very, very nice. Um, offer our daily results to our Guru Maharaj. One can do that. It's like whatever you want to offer to Lord Krishna, we can also do that to our Guru Maharaj. Speak it aloud, and you can have one. Says here, one sentence sankalpa. Oh, Sri Guru, kindly accept today's lamp, japa, and service. It's like an offering. Uh, this is very, very important as well. So let me see again here. What more can I? Oh, yes. Let me see. Kartik, according to Srila Prabhupada, is a very nice. I somehow that I gathered this information. Let me see. Uh, Again, we mentioned Kartik, according to Srila Prabhupada, is dedicated to Shrimati Radharani, Ujra Brat, internal potency. And again, oh yes, we're doing this again every day. Tulsi, this is very good to do Tulsi Puja, to circumambulate to Tulsi Devi. Prabhupada given that story that there was a mouse, and somehow there is a ghee that's being burned in front of the deity, but it's almost going to die, the fire. But somehow, because it smells good, so the mouse put his nose to the ghee wick, to the ghee lamp, and that ignited again the ghee lamp to continuously have fire. And somehow or other, because the mouse, what do you call the wicks, or the coming out from the mouse, um, the whisk, because it caused on fire, then the mouse became a little bit in fear. So he started to circumambulate the deity, and that circumambulating the deity, the mouse died. You know what happened? And this happened in Kartik time. You know what happened to the mouse? The mouse went back home, back to Godhead. So how much more for those of us who are trying to do this daily, and especially in the month of Kartik, we should do it earnestly, sincerely, with love and devotion. Uh, Again here. Oh yeah, it's good also in the month of Kartik to do charity, dana, especially to help feed the Vaishnavas or to the cows, charity to the cows. Um, there's no higher charity than giving to the cows for cows protection or for maintaining the cows. Yes. Or to the Vaishnavas, those who are engaged in propagating Krishna consciousness. Um, one should also glorify, glorify Supreme Lord by singing bhajans, huh? And in front of your deities, especially you have, I know when I travel, many of our God sisters and God brothers, they have a very, very nice altar. So especially you can have a lamp that is also being lit up the whole time, but be very careful though. Mhm. Yes, daily Dhammadarastakam prayers and offering of lamp increase our japa, be very strict in our personal dealings. And some of you are fortunate, you can come to Vrindavan and go to different Nidastalis and join the Brajamandal Parikrama. Or if you cannot do that every day, also we're offering this program where Dinabandhu Prabhu and sometimes I also go along with him. We go to different holy places in Vrindavan to hear more about the glories and pastimes of the Supreme Lord. So I know some devotees are coming. So it's very good. Oh yes, this Guru Maharaj. He says Kartik is mercy flood. Is the month to upgrade vows, repair relationships, and expand our preaching. This is from Guru Maharaj. This is the mood. We can go house to house again, tell about Damodar Lila, offer lamp while seeing Damodar Astakam, and have simple prasad and invite everyone, neighbors, and so on to chant and read. And he consistently telling us to have our japa be of good quality, quality japa. Quantity should be there, but more is that we should have good quality japa. Read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam every day. Again, I'm just repeating this again and again. Worship the deities at the temple. Go for uh, Vaishnava Sangha. And also, if you have any uh, relatives, you can invite them and introduce them to Krishna consciousness. Hello? Someone's knocking at the door. So, yes, uh, I think someone also wanted to see me. Otherwise, Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj, mostly they emphasize both the purity, that it should not be just a ritual, mechanical, they should be done with love and devotion. Everything that we take the vow or whatever we're planning to do in the month of Kartik, and but not just only in the month of Kartik, the whole year, 365 days in the year. I think I'm gonna stop here now. Otherwise, I can tell more about the glories of Damodar month. Um, but others, I think they have some other programs, especially those devotees who are um, not from North America, but others like UAE and some devotees, because they have their weekly sangha also. And today is Saturday, is a preaching um, day, right? Do you have any questions or comments? How come I'm not hearing you properly? Hold just a second. Hello? Yes. Huh? Just one second. I'm still in the thing. Hold on. I'm not hearing properly. I don't know why. Okay. Is there any question or comment? Can you speak louder? I don't know what happened to my. Yes. Oh, wait. Maybe I can do this.